Well, ladies and gentlemen, the good, bad, and the ugly of the 2023 C8 Mid Engine Corvette Z06 after seeing it 8 times in a row. Let's go! Howdy folks, you on the Seek on the Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community.
What's up, guys? Look at this view. Right now I'm at Tropicana, staying here again in New Jersey in Atlantic City, about to head over to Seoka. Look at the Z06 again. It's been amazing, but I wanted to show you guys a great awesome view from the hotel room. Look at the waves. Look how smooth sailing that is. I mean, it's just an awesome feeling to be looking at such a huge body of water. I mean, the body of water is just relaxing, just hearing the waves crash back and forth. Maybe someday I'll have opportunity to relax on the beach and enjoy myself and enjoy the things that, you know, we all try to hope for someday. So I just want to give you guys a great view of what that actually looks like. But I'm about to head over to Seoka right now and check out the Z06. That's hopefully there's nobody around it. I can go ahead and get a good video of it and give you guys what everybody else will also be seeing here shortly. So I'm about to walk over there and I'll be right back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Seek on the Speed 252. And today I am still out here at Seoka with the 2023 Corvette Z06. My man Dave is over there getting everything set up. Right now you can see the brand new 2023 C8 Corvette Z06 right in front of me.
Just like the title says, everyone, the good, the bad, and the ugly in regards to the 2023 Corvette C8 Z06. Now, this good and bad and ugly are coming from people that I've spoke to who are interested in purchasing the 2023 Corvette Z06. There's obviously some good things about it. There are going to be some bad things caused from people's opinion. There's going to be some ugly things as well. Now, I'm going to give you some of their good, their bad, and their ugly regarding their opinions on the 2023 Corvette Z06. And I want you to weigh in as well. I want you to leave your comments down below based off some of the things that they talked about or based off your opinions in regards to this car. And then at some point I will make a video as well regarding my opinions on the good, the bad, and the ugly regarding the car as well. So with that being said, the first thing that somebody said, which they were clearly happy about in the good category, was the car's family here. They got an opportunity to actually see this car on the tour stop. They was excited to see the 2023 Corvette Z06 in person. They was excited to see how the big difference made between the Stingray and the Z06, how wider, how much longer it is, and I actually got a chance to see the engine appearance package in person as well. And most importantly, the sound is one of the things that they actually liked. The number two thing that someone else talked about regarding the good is the hand-built motor. They were super excited to know that this vehicle will have a hand-built motor, which means that Chevrolet probably won't build as many as people think they're going to build, or as many they think they're going to build, because of the motor being hand-built. They was happy to see that this is something that people will actually enjoy, and it's possible they can actually go up and build this car with them to actually say they actually had the opportunity to build their motor in their 2023 Corvette C8 Mid Engine Z06. Now, for everybody who's a part of this community, who's a part of this channel, who haven't got a chance to see this car yet, I hope you get a chance to see this car so you can weigh in on this point of view. But this is from the good category, and I've talked to 2 or 3 people who had a chance to see this car in person. And one of the things that they love about this car is the exhaust sound. The exhaust sound of the C8 Z06 is amazing to hear. I mean, it's incredible to hear. Don't get me wrong, hearing the C8 Stingray when I first got it sounded amazing, but also hearing the Z06 sound in person sounds incredible. And if you speak to Chevrolet, that's one thing they're super excited about. I mean, they spent so much time trying to get this sound in this car that they finally nailed it. And it's one of those things where a lot of people kept asking, like, we want the exhaust back. We want the old-fashioned exhaust back. We don't want the exhaust on the Stingray. but unfortunately they decided to make the exhaust on the steering rail like they kept it, and decided to go back to the old exhaust on the Z06, which actually gave them the sound that they was looking for in the first place. So a lot of people weighed in on the good regarding the sound of the C8 Z06, and obviously if you go on tour, I've showed this in a previous video, you can stand on this board, you can push the push start engine button with your feet, and you can hear the sound of the car coming out the audio. Now it's not the same obviously as being inside the car, but you get an opportunity to see and feel and hear what this car sounds like. Now for the bad category. I've spoken to some people about the 2023 Corvette Z06 in person and asked them their opinions about this car, because in my personal opinion, I love getting everyone else's opinion and their thoughts on this vehicle and previous vehicles and new generations to come. And one of the things they say they don't like about this car thus far is the torque. They wish this car actually had more torque. They truly believe that the 670 horsepower is really great with a 9,000 RPM, but they wish this car had more torque. Now, it's one of those things I'm sure that GM had to follow some regulations, all that stuff, in order to come up with the numbers that they did come up with. And sometimes car manufacturers can dumb it down to saying this is what the torque can be, but once people actually get a chance to get this car in their hands and actually dyno it out for themselves, it's possible they can get more torque out of this car. At one point, you guys remember when the C8 Stingray came out, a lot of people was taking this car to the dyno trying to figure out what the true numbers were to see if General Motors actually dumbed down the numbers altogether. Here's the machine right here where if you actually want to hear the sound of the Z06, you stand on this, you push this button, and you will get to hear the quality sound of this vehicle. So I'm hoping if you're on tour, you get a chance to see this in your area, you get a chance to hear exactly what this car sounds like for yourself. Now, here's another category that falls into the bad category. Now, this is not really an opinion based on, the customers and subscribers I've talked to. This is based on in general, which is dealerships charging over MSRP. At one point in time this year, General Motors did send out an email to a lot of the dealerships saying, hey guys, we do not want you to charge over MSRP for this vehicle. Although dealerships are pretty much privately owned and not owned by General Motors build their products and sell them to the dealership. But what General Motors said to the dealership is, if you guys are going to charge over MSRP for these cars, we're going to slow down your allocation. There are going to be some dealerships who are afraid of that, and there'll be some dealerships who don't care about that. And obviously, if you go back and watch one of my friend's videos, him talking to the dealerships over the phone, you clearly hear some of the dealerships saying, hey, yes, we're charging over MSRP. We don't know what exactly we're going to charge regarding the Z06, but right now Stingrays are charging over $10,000 to $15,000, or we're going to go whatever the market is at this time and charge over MSRP. So it's one of those things where these dealerships aren't really helping normal people get into these vehicles. They're price gouging these cars, and it's not going to help sell this car a lot. It's going to help slow the sales down actually and make this car more expensive than what it needs to be. Once again, this is a car that General Motors built for hard-working Americans to get in this vehicle and enjoy a sports car of their own. But the dealerships is going to try to rip off people $10,000 to $15,000 a pop for each car. That really gets expensive. On top of that, to be honest with you, I can't even afford to pay $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 over MSRP. Like, I literally save enough just to buy the Stingray or whatever I think is worth when I decided to purchase my C8 Stingray back in 2020. So I hope dealerships slow down with charging people over MSRP, because I just read a comment earlier on my channel of the guy who actually found a good job that he really enjoyed working, and he really started making good money, but unfortunately with the price gouging and charging over MSRP, he could not afford the C8 Stingray. So I'm hoping that something changed with this, and I'm hoping that General Motors can say something to actually scare the dealerships into not selling these cars over MSRP. So that's definitely one of the bad things I would say in this category, is totally selling the cars over MSRP. Now let's get into the ugly part of the 2023 C8 Mid Engine Corvette Z06, and that is the pricing. We haven't heard anything about this price of this vehicle yet, and I truly believe that General Motors have some idea what the price is going to be about this car, but at the end of the day, they probably don't have the exact numbers just yet because of all that is going on. I think that once again, General Motors is trying to tell these dealerships, hey, do not charge MSRP, because we're going to have to charge a decent amount to build this car ourselves. We already having to charge a lot on top of what we already dealing with from previous years of building the car. Like, I've heard numerous rumors that General Motors lost money on the C8 Stingray. I don't know how true that is. I truly believe that they haven't came to a final decision on the workers yet with the union, so that also may determine a big, huge factor into the pricing of the 2023 Corvette C8 Z06 and for future variants for many years to come regarding the E-Ray, the Zora, and the Z01. So with that being said, it sucks that we have not heard pricing yet on this vehicle. We was told that we would hear something at some point this month. And I know a lot of followers asked me recently who saw me in person or in comments and emails, what do I think the price will be if I heard anything on the pricing? And yes, I do have a good relationship with General Motors and the engineers, but I can tell you right now, I have no clue what the price of this car may be. So I'm in the same seat as you guys, and I'm hoping to hear the price towards the middle of this month or towards the end of this month. One of the other things that I'm concerned with, and a lot of other people who are part of this channel who mentioned the ugly regarding this car, is that things could push this car back even further. We all know what's going on. So with that being said, a lot of the things that is going on could actually push this car back. And maybe another one of those things where we may not end up seeing this car until maybe literally towards the end of this year, depending on the chip crisis. With everything that this car stands for, we really appreciate it. We really like it a lot, and we're looking forward to seeing this vehicle on the road. I know there's a lot of people who want this car. I mean, this car is sold out for the next 3 to 4 years, literally the next 3 to 4 years. That's not even including the right-hand drive. That's only including the left-hand drive. So this car is definitely a high demand, and it's definitely one of those cars that people are looking forward to seeing at some point on the road. So the good is that finally the Z06 is finally here. The hand-built motor and the exhaust sound is amazing. The bad is the torque. A lot of people did not like the torque that came along with this vehicle, and they don't like the fact that dealers will be charging over Msrp. And the ugly is that there's still no pricing regarding the Z06 whatsoever at this point. So no one knows how much this car is going to cost. And to be honest with you, I definitely think it's going to cost a pretty penny. If I'm being completely honest with you, it's going to be a pretty penny. And I definitely think this car will get pushed back some. Even though this car is sold out and they already know that they got customers' money somewhat kind of in their hands, this car will get kind of pushed back. But with that being said, you guys, once again, here's a good and a bad and ugly in regards to the 2023 Z06.
First dealer's tour, you guys. I came out here, you know me. I love to travel. One of the reasons why my channel is successful because of you guys, but also because I love to go around the world and find this information and bring it to you guys, build relationships with my dealership here, the engineers and stuff like that. So once again, I'm so thankful to have you guys part of the channel. For every one of you that was out here yesterday, I greatly appreciate it. And for one of you that's coming in today, I'm looking forward to meeting you. So definitely hit that subscribe button and let's continue to grow together.